Alright, so here we are to demo straight beam thickness calibration using the autocal function. And in a way we're going to skip a lot of steps, because in one of the initial YouTubes we went through all the different menus and options and settings in the Olympus Evident Epoch 600 and 650 as we would for a straight beam setup. So we're not going to repeat all those steps, but I'm going to go ahead and recall a cal for a straight beam, and then we'll use the autocal to tune it in. So let's see, we'll go into the file, open, and I want my straight beam FH2E calibrations. So open, same one is selected. Contents, recall. Alright, so that's my existing straight beam calibration. Let's see how this is going to look as it is now. And I'm going to auto 80 this. So that's my 200 step. That's way off. So they're probably all way off. Let's jump ahead to the 500 step. And that's way off as well. So we do need to do the autocal, and basically we're going to adjust the zero and the velocity. The zero is the point in time when we're entering the material, and if we have that correct and the velocity correct, all our measures should be correct. So let's go into the autocal function, and I should mention that every instrument manufacturer, you got to go to the user manual to figure out how to do this, because they all work different. There's no uniformity to this. But let's see here. Okay, here's the autocal function. So I'm going to select autocal, and I'm going to go from left to right. I think that's the way this is usually done. So I'm going to choose cal velocity. Oop, I didn't have anything in there. And I usually want to use the short distance for zero and the long distance for velocity. So let's go ahead and bring that to 80% screen height, and we'll try that cal velocity again. And now it's asking us for the actual thickness. So I'm going to say 500, and I'm going to choose continue. Get to the next step. Now the next step would be cal 0. For that one I want a short step, so I'm going to use the 200. And I always want to do this at 80% when I do all my measurements in flank, so I always want the gate to be at the same height and the signal height to be the same percent screen height every time. So I chose the auto 80 function to bring it to 80%. And now I'm going to cal 0. And this step is 200, so I'm going to tell it it's 200. And I'm going to say done. And it should be good here. Let's see what we have. Here's the 200. 200 is good. Let's go to the 500, bring that to 80%. That's good. How about the in-between steps? This is the 300. Auto 80 this. That's good. And the 400 step, and I would call that good. So the two steps we used are right on. The in-between steps are within 1,000th, and I would call that good. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and put in my auto 80 and freeze that. And I'm going to save that as my new calibration, my setup. So I'm just going to use the save function. So I'm going to go save. Overwrite the ID? Yes. Alright, so I calibrated it using autocal, and I saved it. So next time I open this, as long as the temperature is the same, I should be pretty close to this. Alright, thanks a lot.